I really like duck. I want to try this Tao Peking Duck. This is what it is. Do you think it's worth $130? Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Ming. On my channel, I do a variety of lifestyle videos, vlog videos, unboxing, haul videos, and food review videos. Today's video is going to be a food review video, but it's going to be a little bit different. Ta-da! So today's video, we're going to try out this website called Goldbelly. So basically, it's a food delivery service where you can actually try out different restaurants. So I think I went online and there are not many YouTube videos reviewing this, but this is actually my Christmas present from my mother-in-law. So we were doing a not Secret Santa, white elephant, and I really wanted to try this. You can actually try out like different food and they will deliver it to you. And I really wanted to try their Chinese food since I am an expert when it comes to Asian food tasting or Chinese food tasting. So the price range is usually like $100 and there are some that are a little bit cheaper. I don't know if it's worth the price compared to if you just go to the restaurant. I don't know, but if I can try like new famous restaurant, then that'll be really cool. I really like duck. I want to try this Tao Peking Duck dinner kit for 4. Ooh, this looks good. Hopefully it's good because I only had one authentic Peking duck in USA before. It was in Chicago. I actually talked with the owner. The chef is actually from Beijing and he used to work for the real big Peking duck place. So it says it has one whole cooked Peking duck, 10 bao buns. So it's $150 just for the Peking duck. It better taste good. It's $150 for the whole duck. My mother-in-law says I have $250 worth of items. So I am gonna see if I want to choose something else. I have heard of the restaurant Tao. I think potentially I have high hope on this. Okay, so anything else? They have dim sum, dumplings. So potentially I could choose dim sum. But I also thought like boba kit for 6. I can make boba myself. I would say boba kit for $75 is definitely too expensive. Like $75 for 6 boba tea, overpriced. Just personally, that's what I think. Okay, there we go. We have $270. That's just too expensive. I would say everything on their website definitely looks super good, but I definitely don't know if it's worth it. So we will place the order and once we get it, we will review together with you guys and let you know what we think. Hello guys! So, are you excited for the Goldbelly order?
It's right here.
It's right here.
Just came in the mail.
Just came in the mail. This is from the restaurant Tao. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Really?
It's a famous restaurant.
Really?
Yes.
How famous is this? Where is it?
I don't know. It's famous enough that I've heard of it before.
Wow! We're trying this famous Tao Restaurant Peking Duck. And the chef prepared this and you can scan the QR code here for instructional video from the chef. That's pretty cool. And I'm actually from Beijing and Peking means Beijing. It's like actually the old name for the city. So I know what Peking duck should taste like.
Me too.
Because he's been to Beijing
Many times. I'm a
twice.
professional.
Just twice. But we ate a lot of Peking duck when we traveled there. So now let's unbox our duck. Content include 1 whole Peking duck, 1 package of bao buns,
Bao buns.
1 cucumber.
I can already tell these are not the real deal. This is the Americanized version.
Yeah, this is actually the Americanized bao baos because in Beijing, we actually don't use these. We use like the very thin tortilla, like pancakes kind of thing, like a tortilla wrap. Scallions are really good. Half cup of sliced scallions and half of the oyster sauce. And what is this?
Gloves.
Oh, the gloves for you to cut the duck.
I don't need
Ice packs.
Which is expected since it was shipped. So that's
yeah,
nice.
This is our duck. Oh, I'm so excited. This is a whole duck.
It looks kind of small, but oh well.
Okay, let me smell it.
Can't smell it. It's in the package. You gotta take it out.
Smell this.
You gotta take it out. Yeah, it doesn't smell like anything. It's a package.
And it has a cucumber. The cucumber is kind of small though. So it's wrapped in the plastic wrap and then wrapped in the paper.
Don't be touching my duck.
This is what the duck looks like. So yeah, basically this is what it is, and this is what the product looks like. Do you think it's a big enough duck? It's actually pretty okay.
For us, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not like a, it says it's a serving for 4.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, it's probably serving for 4, yeah.
Breast side up. Oven for 30 minutes. Then rotate the whole pan 180 degrees. And then you increase the temperature from 250 to 375. Cook for an additional 10 to 15 until the skin becomes crispy. 5 stars for ease. This is super easy. Compared to HelloFresh, this is way freaking easier. You just stick it in, you don't have to do anything.
But HelloFresh is way more affordable. And it's not prepared. It's not pre-prepared by a professional chef.
Oh, that's why you guys need to like and subscribe my channel so I can pay for this thing.
By the way, I don't make money when you like and subscribe.
It's okay, it makes her happy.
When you don't skip the ads. So
it makes her happy when you like and subscribe.
It does make me happy.
You want it on the top rack or the bottom rack?
I don't know. What does it say?
It won't burn so much. There we go. 250. Let's do it. Not burnt.
Ooh.
Smells good.
It does smell good.
Smells good.
See.
All right, it says now let it rest for 5 minutes.
5-minute rest?
Yep, looks good.
Ooh, it does look really good. It's way better than the one that I got from Costco. For sure. Look, granted that one is way cheaper. So we can see the glistening right here. It looks so good. Okay, so Brandon watched a video from the chef in terms of how to cut it. I hope it did it right. I guess if it doesn't do it right, then it's probably not the product's fault. They tried their best. But yeah, but I would say it smells like roasted duck more than Peking duck. What do you? No, the Peking duck smells sweeter because they glaze the top with sugar. But I would say this one looks pretty good. Are you ready to cut it? Ooh. I like the fact that they give you gloves so you don't have to worry about your hands getting dirty and stuff. Ready?
Yep, let's do it. Let's see how hot it is. It's gonna oil out everywhere, I can already tell. Oh. All right, step 1, you gotta cut off the top.
Oh, do you hear it? It's so crispy.
Then you make a couple cuts here. Let's see.
It smells good. Well, that's pretty fatty.
Then what you do, you cut it down the middle.
Was it easy to cut?
No. I got these new knives from Gloria. These suckers are sharp. Then you cut a slit down the side here. Then you start carving. This is gonna be so hard.
Wait, when the chef does it in a Chinese restaurant, it doesn't seem that hard.
Well, because he does it every day for the, like it's his job. It's not my job. I have no clue what I'm doing other than I watched a video.
So do you think the video was easy to follow?
We'll find out when I start trying to cut this.
The struggle is real, guys. The struggle is real.
Well, it's hard because you're supposed to make it real thin, but it's just not that easy because I'm not a real duck cutter. It looks way easier on the video than it is in person. In person, this is super hard to do.
Maybe it's because they use a special knife or something?
It doesn't matter. This is just super hard to do, honestly. This is just really difficult.
This is very little meat that you just cut out.
That's not how you're supposed to do it, but I'm like giving up because it's just so hard.
5 stars for ease. This is super easy.
So I would say after you cut it, it's probably not as good as like in the restaurant because like it's supposed to be very thin for the texture, right?
Hey there, I got a good one right there. That's a good piece. Let me just try the meat. Let me taste the meat for all my hard work. Oh yeah, meat's good. Yeah, so I give this, the taste is great. It tastes good, but it's not really, I would not consider it Peking duck. It's just a good duck. It's like roast duck.
I think so too. Because it smells like the Chinese barbecue place. It doesn't smell like the...
It's like a Chinese barbecue roast duck. It's not, I would not consider this Peking duck.
Yeah, but I need to try it again.
I want to say from whatever you cut so far, it actually looks pretty okay. because each piece that you had a little bit of lean part, a little bit of fatty part, a little bit of skin, and that's like the goal of cutting duck this way is kind of legit. This one's kind of legit.
It's all legit. What are you talking about?
Okay, so we're gonna dip it into the oyster sauce. Just a light dip, and we're gonna try this out. I would say the oyster sauce smelled too strong. Not my favorite. Cause like oh, you know what? In Beijing, we don't use oyster sauce. We use 甜面酱 instead of oyster sauce. I don't know how to say 甜面酱 in English to translate it, but yeah, just try it. All right, let's try this out. I'm gonna give it a first try. I don't like the oyster sauce. That's not how Beijing people eat it.
Tastes good to me. I like it.
Let's try it again. I'm gonna try it without the oyster sauce because in Beijing we don't eat it with oyster sauce. We eat it with 甜面酱.
It's okay. I think it tastes good. The duck is real good.
It's really moist.
Right, it's super moist. It's good. The duck is honestly really good considering this sucker was frozen, put in the oven. But it's good. It's super tender.
How's the flavor?
Flavor's good. Super tender, super moist. But again, the skin is not super crispy. Like look how floppy this is. Look how floppy. Like normally on good Peking duck, this is like super crispy, but it's not crispy at all. It's just sad.
Do you think it's the way it's processed or the way we cook it wrong?
We did the instruction. You just stick it in the oven. I just don't think it would make a difference. If anything, maybe if you cooked it at a higher temperature to crispy the skin more, but
I would say if you cook it in higher temperature,
it might dry it out too.
Yeah.
The meat is real tasty though. Now let me make a true American style. I can already tell you these buns, you use their instructions, they're not super soft. They're like, they're sad. They're hard. They're not soft. They're hard. These are not soft. Don't do it like that.
I would say
they're not.
It's okay.
No, this is.
It's previously frozen. What do you expect?
Well, again, this like stale. Like that one's already broken. It's crap. No good.
I think it's because it's previously frozen. I think that's the primary reasons.
So first, you use some sauce.
You put too much oyster sauce.
I do it myself. I like it like this. Then you put some of the greens. I'm gonna go with the skin because I like the skin and she doesn't eat it. Because I like the skin is my favorite part, even though there's not really good skin. Try to look for a good piece.
This is why your cholesterol is high.
Some meat in there. Okay. I might put in like 2 pieces. Here we go. Chinese taco.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Okay, take a bite.
1, 2, 3, go.
So what do you think of it? What do you think the baos? You know what? We had the duck bao buns in Houston. How is this one compared to the duck bao buns in Houston?
The buns are terrible. I'm telling you, like the buns themselves are terrible. The meat is good. I think the vegetables are pretty good. They're pretty fresh considering, again, they just shipped it to us. And we didn't pick them out, but they're good. Has good flavor.
The skin is not edible. Again, coming from Beijing, eating real Peking duck.
Right, I would not consider this real Peking duck. It's not crispy.
The flavor is off too. Give it an honest review.
5.
5 out of 10?
5 out of 10.
Okay, so first, flavor, what do you think?
8.5. The flavor is totally fine.
What's the flavor?
Tastes like duck. Tastes like it was supposed to.
Well, what's the seasoning? Like, do you like
I don't know if there's any, I don't know.
There's seasoning, it's salty.
No. I don't know, it tastes like a duck to me. It tastes like normal roast duck.
How about texture?
The meat is moist, like 9. The skin, 2, because it's not crispy at all.
How about like the whole thing, like as a bundle, like the buns and together?
I gave it a 5. 5. Because these buns are like a 1. These buns are terrible. These are probably not worth eating, honestly. Because they're just no good. Because they're just stale, like they're hard. Like, look at that, they're already hard. They've only been sitting here for like a minute. They're hard.
How about like authenticity? How authentic do you think this is as a Peking duck?
5.
5 out of 10?
5 out of 10. It's fine, it tastes good. Like, it tastes like good roast duck. But these buns are no good. The vegetables are fine. I think the hoisin sauce is fine. This is how it always tastes in America. But The problem is it's way too hard to do yourself. The cutting part is a pain in the butt. It's way too hard.
Okay, so now there are two questions. The first question.
No, we're not buying this again.
Do you think it's worth $130?
No.
Second, based on what you're eating right now, would you actually go to Tao Restaurant to order the exact same dish at the restaurant? No?
Nope.
Alright, so now let's...
I could eat a better Peking Duck if I just go to my local Chinese restaurant and order Peking Duck. It'll taste just the same. And it won't cost me $200 or however much it's gonna cost.
130 or whatever. Alright, so now that's his review. He's actually American. He was born and raised in America, versus I'm actually from Beijing. I eat Peking Duck every single weekend with my family. Every time there's like a family event, we go eat Peking Duck. So now here's my honest review. First of all, authenticity, 0. 0 out of 10. This is completely not Peking Duck. Like, I am actually, as a person from Beijing, I am mad when people like sell roasted duck as Peking duck, because don't get me wrong, roasted ducks are one of my favorite food, but their Peking duck is from the northern China, it's from the northern style, versus roasted duck is actually Cantonese, like a southern duck roast type of recipe. So we have the Peking duck and roasted duck. To be honest, I like both. If this dish was presented to me as like a roasted duck, I would be really happy. I would say this is like 10 out of 10 authentic roasted duck. But Peking duck, they actually glaze the thing with sugar, so it's sweeter, and of course with the glaze on top of the skin, that's why it's crispy. So not only the texture is not authentic when it comes to Peking duck, but also like the flavor is not necessarily Peking duck. So I wouldn't call this dish Peking duck at all. So authenticity, 0 out of 10. In terms of the flavor, I think it's a really good flavor when it comes to like a dish as a roasted duck, and I would say the texture is pretty good as a roasted duck. And usually in the roasted duck, the skin is not crispy. It's supposed to be like a softer skin, and then it's supposed to be very moist. It's salty, you eat it with oyster sauce and everything. So I would say as a roasted duck, the flavor is probably like 8.5. It's actually pretty legit, and the texture is also 8 as a roasted duck, although if you rate it as a Peking duck, it will be 1 out of 10. Like, this is not Peking duck, but as roasted duck, I would say it's a legit dish. In terms of the buns, I would say it's a little bit sad. I think for the amount of money we're paying, we deserve better buns. So definitely, like, I wouldn't buy this just because this is not real Peking duck. I was hoping that it's real Peking duck. It's my hometown food, and I just don't think it's worth $130. Because we could literally go to the Chinese barbecue, spend about like $40 to $50, buy like a really, really pre-cut duck that tasted really, really good. So I would say, like, it's not a bad product, it's just like it's not really that authentic as Peking duck, and it's quite pricey, and we actually had to like put effort to do it. And if I ever go to Tao's, I'll probably try their other dish, but I'll probably not try this dish. But if I get to go, I do want to try a little bit just to see if we did it wrong. Like, because as of now, I don't know if the texture is not good because I didn't do it right or whatever. I don't know. So I would say, like, if it's not too expensive, I would try it. But if I'm actually getting a roasted duck is actually way cheaper than Peking duck, because Peking duck has like a secret recipe, and it's roasted in a different oven, and it's pre-seasoned differently, pre-processed differently, and they actually pick the duck based on the perfect fat and skin and meat ratio. There's so many things go into Peking duck. There are actually documentaries in China that talk about like how special Peking duck is. So I would say this is not Peking duck. It tasted good as a roasted duck, but it's definitely overpriced, and we wouldn't order it again, sadly. If it's priced as $70, maybe I will. But for the price right now, I won't. So that is my honest review. Thank you so much for watching. We have one more item from Golden Belly, and that one is a seafood item. I have high hope on that one. So hopefully that one tastes good. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe. And this is just my honest review, my honest personal opinion. If you love this dish, you know, just eat it yourself. Like everyone has different preference, and some people actually prefer roasted duck than Peking duck. I'm just particularly picky about like what's considered Peking duck, since like I lived in Beijing for like so many years, and then my whole family are there. Every time I go back, that's the first thing I want to eat, right? So it's just not the same. This is just my personal honest opinion, and if you love roasted duck, and if you've only had roasted duck in your life, if you've never tried Peking duck, like authentic Peking duck, I don't think it's gonna matter that much to you.
Yeah, you won't be able to tell.
Yeah,
it's totally edible. It's totally fine. It's just not exactly what we were expecting with
as a Peking duck. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, and I will see you in the next.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.